Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. So, today is going to be an interesting day. We're going to try to make another portal, but before we start, I'm going to show you what I've been working on, which some of it's a bit, like a little further than I expected, but mostly because it took a very long to figure out and learn, so that's really why we're doing this. So right now, I learned about the tree beacon. And apparently the tree beacon drops around the tree beacon. I originally thought everything dropped around where the trees were, but kind of drops in the center of it. So I made a new platform kind of before I knew this completely, and I was going to plant trees in here, and then I realized about this, so I was like, I'll change it up. So what we got going on here is a very loud zombie being a dick. But anyway, so, yeah, and it has a far range. I think it goes like 16 blocks out, so it's pretty good. I changed the tree around. Probably not really as worth as I thought it was, because something's broken right now, which it shouldn't be, which is causing an issue. But I will show you what I'm talking about below now, I guess. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you the tree beacon setup. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to go inside, maybe close the door because there's evil stuff here. So when you get in here, it's going to look a lot different and crazier. So let's look at these guys first. So I have a cache here, and we made the cache before. I actually enchanted one, which was pretty cool, actually. I learned something about that. But so if you shift on them, they have 20k capacity. Now, if you look at this one up here... oh, it won't say on these. Okay, well, you'll have to trust me. This one up here, I'm getting it. You have to use a crescent hammer. This one actually has the capacity of 50,000, because I enchanted it with the holding 4 on it, or holding 3 or something like that. So it was actually really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys first, and we're going to put them in this one. And, I'm going to lose out, but I didn't want the stuff to go in there. So let's go get a crescent hammer. We might have one around here. Oh, look at it. They got this stuff here. Might as well do something with this. How is the production on this? You have... Oh, good. So we're making more wood than we burn. So that's good. And then we'll just click this, and click this, and click this. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oop. Click this. And we don't have a crescent hammer here? No. I've been a little messy the last bit. Look, there's a bunch of friggin' saplings in here, if you can believe that. We could probably get rid of a bunch of those guys. So let's go and get rid of them now. So crescent hammer. Okay. And yeah, I think it's just like that. There you go. And we'll put this right over here, so it'll fill up with that. And then that means everything gets filled up, basically, or should get filled up, which is awesome. So insert only. And, oh yeah, you shift right-click to lock it, so you somehow, if it empties out, whatever, you don't have to worry about it. And I don't think that really matters for that part, to be honest. Yep, so there you go. And, yeah, so let's get talking anyways about what we've been doing here. So these are modular machines, and there are coke ovens now. So we replace them. They're considered primitive coke ovens. And you need to make a blueprint, which the blueprint is easy. It's just logs and this carbon paper, which is just paper and charcoal. And then you make the blueprint. You can actually look at the structure from this screen here. And you can go through the different layers. You can see all the pieces required. Now it says small. You see where it says output hatch, input hatch, all that kind of stuff, the fluid and the item in and out. You just need to make the small one of that, or very small even, or tiny version. I don't know if I made small or tiny. I guess I made tiny, right? Yeah. And you have to have it set up or laid out in the same. So literally the very top and bottom is 9 of those, and 9 of those, so 18, is brick bronze hull. Then on the corners, it's just 4 coke oven bricks on the corners here. And then the machine controller on this side, tiny fluid output hatch on this side. And then the tiny item output on this side, and then you do your other output on the other side here. So let's get something so we can... Oh, don't you hate when you don't have like... Oh, there you go. We do have dirt. I didn't want something that I couldn't break easy. There you go. So if we go back here, you can see... Oh, this is the tiny item output. So item output... fluid output, and item input on that side. So basically, when said and done, we have this really wired crazy, and you're probably wondering kind of why it's wired like this. Why is the charcoal, or why is the logs going into this one and not the other two? Well, it's simple. What is happening is this one fills up, and this one processes. You can actually see the recipes here. This one processes logs into creosote. Now, the reason I'm using the mineral wood, which is not working right now, by the way, is that it produces 100 millibucks of creosote versus the 50. So you actually get a little bit more creosote. Basically, it just, you get double the creosote from that one. It's not a big deal, but it's a little bit extra that helps. And it goes a long way. Unfortunately, the devs in the recent update made the mineral wood act like other wood. So what ends up happening now is it's actually doing this recipe up here, which it shouldn't be. So yeah, whatever. Life is life. So yeah, so basically we're taking the log, we're turning into charcoal, and then we're making creosote. But what we're doing with the other two is we're taking charcoal and we're burning it, and it goes 500 ticks. So you can actually see over here, this lasts 250 ticks, right? So we're taking it for 500 ticks, and so twice as long, and we're processing it into coke coal. So what we do is we have 2 more of these primitive blast furnace, or this upgraded blast furnace, whatever the name, improved coke oven, sorry. And so we're making 2 of the coal cokes here, and then because the charcoal is a little faster, right? And then it's making 1,000 millibuckets of creosote oil, which is quite a bit. So we're using the item conduit, which we haven't made together. We made the fluid one before, right? But the item conduit was made from pulsating iron. We got the pulsating iron as a quest reward, the all smelter. So when we made a steam alloy smelter, it made that. That being said, it's not hard to make. It just requires ender pearl, and ender pearls aren't really, honestly, the hardest thing to make either. You just need ender pearls themselves to make it, which I was wondering if there's any shortcuts. There's probably a shortcut out there, but anyways, you macerate an ender pearl and you get this dust. So ender pearls for us have been a bit rare because I haven't tried killing endermen, but that'll change over time. But anyway, so this brings in the coal. This brings in the logs. It outputs charcoal. The charcoal goes into this one and this one. They both do coke. They both do lots of creosote. And then they connect over here. And this here is our bronze machine. Basically, your large bronze boiler, it's called. And you can actually type in large bronze boiler here in JEI. Better to look at this in the quest, because the quest didn't actually give you the right information. But you can see there's an output hatch here. So I have mine on the back of it, actually. Here it is. Oh, that's sad. I didn't fill this in. Anyways, output hatch here, and this outputs the steam. At the bottom here, it actually blends, so you might think, oh, those are pure fireboxes. No, they're not. This one right here is, for example, an input hatch, which is, if you see the icon up here, it's just boring and crappy looking. Literally, that's what it is. Once you form it, like once it forms, it's complete and it's correct, then it takes on the look of the rest of the structure. Pretty cool, actually. So this one I have under here, just an aqueous accumulator, water on both sides like always. This is our water. And then on the left side here, we have different, so the rest is bronze firebox except this side, which is your input hatch, which is the fluid version. I think input hatch might be just, I guess, I don't know if there is a fluid-based one and a non-fluid one. Input bus. Okay, input hatch is fluid, and I guess input bus is items. And this one is your item one. Now, I don't actually have coal coke going in there because, watch this. Oddly enough, this thing basically will not drop under like 480. I don't even think if it gets even that low, but basically this thing will keep up into the high 480 plus, basically, usually. So before it goes down there, probably like a coke one will finish up here in a second, and it'll just crank it right back to 500. So you can see it's getting pretty close up to that 500 mark. And, oh, it dropped down. But then something else will finish up, and it'll do it over and over and over. And basically, it keeps up into the close to the 500 range. And so I never actually have to worry about it. And I thought that was a bit weird because, honestly, the idea is you use both the liquid fuel and the solid fuel. But I haven't really needed to do that. So here you go. Look at the temperature. I don't know if this is the mini or it's a coke coal one. There you go. 499, and 500. So that's the max it gets, and it's 900 millibuckets a tick. Now you can actually upgrade there. There's, I think, a steel version of this, or maybe it's stainless steel. I don't know which one's the next, but you can actually upgrade and go more. These wouldn't keep up for sure. I'd have to go a little crazier on that, but you get the idea anyway. So this is the large bronze boiler. It takes both fluid and items and can do both of them. And as far as I know, it'll prioritize fluid first and then use, say, this guy over here, which is kind of cool. But I found when I used both of them at the same time, it kind of consumed and burned this quite easily. And so honestly, in my opinion, since this is like literally threading on the max and it still outputs like a ridiculous amount, and it's not like the olden days where it burns like 10 times more fuel while it's, you know, heating up, I think it's just better for me just to keep it this way. So I'm literally storing all this. I guess now I should talk about the fluid pipes here. So the nice thing about Ender IO is you can use their fluid conduit and item conduit in the same block as each other. And so I'm going to show you the settings here. So if we click this guy over here, he's doing insert, and it's pretty plain. We've done that before. Oh no, we've never done that before actually, because you're new to these ones. But same kind of thing we do with the fluid, just more options. I didn't touch really options except maybe turn on insert on there, and then over here I would have. Oh, I just realized it has the pull thing on here. It wouldn't be working, but I should turn it off. There you go. And then on this side it has extract, and I made sure redstone mode was off. And then there you go. And then as we go on over here it extracts this, but I've changed the color to brown. And so basically brown and extract will go over here, and you'll see over here, you can actually see the arrows, actually I believe the color that you're using. So you can see brown on insert, and then on this side, brown on insert. And then if you click there, you can see the charcoal in there, and if you click here, you can see the charcoal in here as well. Now here's the cool part of this. If you go over here, there's a turn on a round robin enabled. So basically it goes 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Well, it's actually like 1 2 1 2 1 2, which is really, really cool, and that's what I have enabled. So yeah, pretty neat. And then if we go over here, oh yeah, and then on the sides over here, all of them have creosote on extract. They don't have color channels or anything special like that, but every single one of them is on extract. And then they go, of course, extract, and then they go over here. And yeah, so the output on these are red. So the output on these two ones are red, so they don't get mixed up. And red indicates coke coal. So basically the way it works is brown indicates charcoal, and so we put charcoal in, and then red indicates coke coal, which we push coke coal over into this one, and you can see the red in here. This one actually has an in and out ability, but right now I don't have it enabled. Why? Oh yeah, because I disabled that thing, which I actually don't know how you re-enable a side after you screwed it up like that. I don't really know how you do that. Maybe a wrench or something. I'd probably replace it, but I did lose the interface because I've messed around with it, right? So I don't know. Oh, there you go. I didn't realize you could do that, so there you go. Yeah, so you can even use the creosote wrench and then click on that facing, which is kind of difficult, but you just have to click right there. So I'll do it again. Get the creosote wrench, click, and there you go. You get it back. But like I said, I don't want this on right now, so we'll just turn it off. And you can see it just put the coke in there. So yeah, we can melt the coke in there if you like, but you'll see that it'll melt it quite fast, quite often. And I guess the way it works is I don't think it might pause. It might pause, like it might stop and not take another one, and then go to liquid, use the liquid, then move back. But from my experience, it uses the coke too darn fast, and like when I learned that it was throttling near the max all the time, it just never seemed worth it. You can see it's very little, like it hardly touches it, but when you do the math and you run it all, it does actually use all of it. It will use it all eventually. So my book was like, why don't I just store, this chest holds 20k coke, why don't I just store it? And unless if I need to be throttling max for some reason, I'll just leave it as is, right? So this is, I guess I got nothing in there. So yeah, that is our setup. And yeah, it works really well. I'm really happy with it. And I don't think I would change this, honestly. I'm really satisfied with the setup we made. So, moving on, my friends. In this room, of course, I got rid of the old boilers, and this puppy just directly goes into this. Now, remember, these pipes do 1,000, but they only pull out, I believe it was 100 at a time. So technically, this can only pull out 400 because there's only 4 drains here. I think eventually I'm going to just get rid of this entire tower and just use direct, because what's the point of buffering this? Literally, if you do the math, I mean, here, this ridiculous math, but it's 900 millibuckets a tick, right? I'm going to show you what the old boilers were. So if you look at the steam boiler, it's 150 per whatever. So that's what, probably 6, I think. 150 divided by 25. Yeah, that's 6. Okay. So that produces 6 millibuckets a tick for one of these. And we had 5 of them. And this produces 900 a tick. Now, the high-pressure steam coal boiler, even better. Look at it. Nice. What is that? 15, I think? 150 divided by 10. Yeah, 15. So it does 15 a tick. Hey, not bad. It's getting there. But this is 900 a tick. If you do the math, basically, this holds like 9 things. 900? Let's see. Calculate 900 millibuckets divided by 20. Times 20, isn't it? Times, cannot divide by 0. Yeah, I know, I screwed there. 900 times 20 is 18,000 millibuckets, which basically means we produce 18 buckets every second. So if you times that by, or let's actually clear that so it's not big numbers. So we'll do 18 buckets times 60. That's 1,080 buckets in 1 minute. So this literally holds 9,000. So if you can believe this, in 9 minutes, this would fill this from 0. Yeah, and there's no need for that. I wonder if I can break this and reset it. There you go. So we'll check back in, we'll see if this is filled by the end of the episode, but you can see it's already filling. Don't forget, this thing is so glitchy when you try to read this or pay attention to this, but anyways, yeah, ridiculous. So you can see why I just don't see there's a need for a buffer. It's a waste of time, and it would actually slow down my input-output right now. Okay, so I wanted to look at some magic stuff, but I did finally make that well. We made the well last time, but I made the structure. I needed lapis, and so if we go over here, I'm going to show you how this works. So this is our Starlight Infuser, and the Starlight Infuser is pretty cool. But what makes it really cool is it uses up the magic stuff here, the Starlight, over time. And so if you put this in here, and I probably am like a noob again and probably missing my wand. Like, if I kept my wand around, that would be awesome, but you know me, who would do that? Okay, my wand is not even here again. So here we go. My internet's a little lagging, so hopefully I can do this without too many issues. See, waiting for server. There you go. Oh, we're going to get rubber band for a minute here. Can we go? Okay. Let's look for the... Oh, I already looked for the one here. T. Wait, what? TT? Oh, no. Oh, it is in here. Damn it. For once, I put it where it should be, and... Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so if you right-click this, it will do its abracadabra, which is pretty damn cool. And what it'll do is it'll use a bucket of... so there you go. You get your 4 diamonds. And you can do this a few things like lapis, etc. But it will use a thing of your magic. So you're going to have to track it down because it's not where... Look, there it is. So we just take this and we place it in there and we fill it up. There you go. So it takes 1 bucket of the Starlight, which is a little expensive, but not the worst thing, especially if you're going to use it for diamonds. Under here, I have just the pipe here. Extracting. I think you can only do it on the bottom, but I have the fluid extractor on here, and it went to the drum here. I got another drum actually hidden here. This one was just placed there, but that one's like full. So, yeah, it actually works out. There's another worth in there. Can I put that in there? No, that one's like off by a number. But, yeah, so that's the Starlight Infuser. This is the setup. Keep in mind, under here is a piece of lapis. So you have that. Then the rest is rune marble. And then out here is the arch rune marble in these little corners. Underneath is just regular marble. And then you got your arches and your chisel marble. Don't think you need them under there at all. Then your marble arch up there. And, yeah, it works. And I don't think you need Starlight for it, even though I built it that way, just because why not? So, I want to look into Thaumcraft today, and I want to do something crazy. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work well because, well, I don't feel like it's going to work. But we're going to put 20 bone in here and 5 of that in there. Okay, and we're going to throw that. Oh, it didn't work. No! That did not work at all. Oh boy, that's going to kill us so bad later on. Did I do the order wrong? Oh, this is not a good thing. Trust me, what I just did there was not a good thing at all. Should have done this at Benner's. I think we're safe, though. So, what order did I put that in? Because I was trying to do something here, but I don't think I did it in the right order. And I might have to just do this another way if this is not going to work. I didn't put the bone and meal in first. Or the bone first. Okay, so this might not work then. I'm going to try it again. It's probably going to do something bad, and then I'm going to wish I never tried doing this, but whatever. For science, right? Okay, so my shitty internet, it just doesn't load properly, so you're rubber band for a while. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm trying to make here. So we got a bucket, we got bone meal, but it might be just too much byproduct for it to work, so I don't know. Or maybe there was something in there before. So I'm trying to make death. Bucket of death. So bucket of death is 100 mortis, 50 peritio, and 20 blah blah. So if you shift on this, you can see you get 5 for that, right? So you get a 50, you get 100 of that, right? So if we check here again, you get 100. Perfect. And then if you hover over this, you get 10 and 5. So if we go back here, you need 50, right? So there's your 50, and then you get a little over that. Plus there's excess amounts on all of it. And then you're supposed to throw a bucket in after, and it did not seem to work. So I don't know if we did something bad there, or who knows what. So we're going to try this again, or at least attempt to. So here you go, 20 bones. 5 gunpowder. And damn it, it didn't do it again. It duplicated, if you can believe that, it duplicated the gunpowder. Okay. Hopefully we didn't cause anything bad yet. Okay, we're going to try this one more time, but this time we're going to reverse the order. Don't know if it's going to work, my friends. It's just, I don't know any other way of doing this, so we're going to try 20. Okay, yeah, we're going to reverse it and see what happens. There might be something you need, like maybe it's too small and you need a better cauldron, or I have no clue. But we'll try this out. If it fails again, then I'll do something else later. So here we go. So the water is boiling. Let's throw you in there. Oh, I already got stuff back, yeah. And then you're supposed to throw the bucket in there anyways, and then you get this bucket of death. But it's not working because it just keeps coming back at me. So, yeah, I don't know how to do that. This did not work. Anyways, yeah, that did not work out. Let's click that out and forget we ever did this. So this is bad. Don't know if we screwed up anything yet. If you hold this, though, you can check out the area. So you can see that you have a lot of this in the area, but it's actually still not bad, and it's lowering down. So oddly enough, I guess it wasn't bad enough to cause harm to the area, but you could. There's like this tentacle or whatever that can spawn and basically it's a rip in time, and it causes a hell of a mess, basically. But we didn't have to worry about that. Anyways, yeah, Gunpowder has a dupe recipe. So I'm gonna have to figure out another source, which is not a big deal because this episode's almost up anyways, so I get to show you everything and explain it. But yeah, I'll figure this out next time. But we can make angel blocks here, I guess. Angel blocks, angel blocks. You can also find the liquid death. Apparently, somebody said in a swamp biome you can find them, so it might be worth checking out. So 1, 2. I just want. Why didn't I just click like that instead? I don't know. And where's my wand that I had that I lost already? Oh, it's on me. There you go. So this is how you can make angel blocks, which are great for later on in life. So I wonder if you do large amount of crafting like that, like, does it take longer to make, or does it, like, would have it taken the same amount with one angel block? I have no clue. There you go. So 10 angel blocks, and we'll need that in the future anyways. So yeah, we will continue next time. Hopefully I'll figure out a better source of the liquid death, or better yet, I will just do another, you know, either I'll find it or I'll make a let's play of me having it. So I'll either tell you how I got it or we'll do it, and then we'll go from there. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been quite a lot of fun. I guess not everything can be scanned. Oh, no! No! I guess nothing really is new to scan. I don't really... Oh, yeah, this is a sharpening thing. I don't know how it works. I think it might be certain tools, or... I don't know how it works. Not that sharpness. I already had that. But, yeah, you could probably scan around. Don't forget, these can... There you go. I was going to say, I haven't scanned for a very long time. Apparently I did some research complete there, too. It's been a very long time since I've done any research, so it's probably worth trying. I can't teleport back. Oh, I took the crystal out. Ha! I guess we can end checking this out for a second. I think we're already loaded up this time around. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Really? I thought we were done now. See, this time it's really being a dick. It's just doing the rubber band non-stop. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, you have to do shift-click, shift-click. I love this thing. Oh, what? I did not know you could shift click all your armor off of that. We did scan these bows, just making sure I didn't act up. Okay. And then guess you should make sure you do all these chests. This is so fun. Okay. I guess these pipes can be done. That's cool. I guess you'll need the one back here somewhere. There you go. Not the pipes, but the... I guess that one's are already done. Okay. What about these ones in between? Cool. You can see you can have a lot of fun doing this. Doesn't look like any of these. Oh, there might have been something in the one or something. That's why it worked. Oh, man. Okay. Well, that was enough education for one day. Let's try it over here just quickly. And then this thing. Okay. And then... there you go. That's always good. Brewing sand might have something. There you go. And then let's quickly go back and check our book and just see what we got in total for fun. And then we'll definitely call that an episode. I think we've done a pretty good amount today. Yeah, it was more of a catch-up kind of telling you what I've done and whatnot, which I already told you that's going to be a pretty common thing for us. Just, you know, oh god, oh, I just placed it. I was like, what the heck? It's in my interface. So yeah, we probably researched a lot of things, but what about the, I just want to see when it showed this thing. Yeah, knowledge totals. So I guess this is like some of the stuff. I forget exactly if that's the right one or whatnot, but anyways, yeah, so that's fun. So we're going to leave it there. We're going to continue next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.